Why, hello! Welcome to my channel, Thrifting is my beach. As you can see, starting out with a banger. This is a 90s Taz Kansas City Chiefs sweatshirt. I did not find this in the thrift. My sister is having me sell it, and I just think it's the coolest thing ever. This is actually a kid's extra large, but it fits probably like a modern medium. I will probably model it and put it in the corner as I wear a medium. But how cool is this? I have to get this listed tomorrow as they won the Super Bowl. So really neat piece of the 90s right there. Had to show you guys. But I have a mainly 80s fashion haul that I resell online. Want to show you what I got today. Unexpected trip. Did not disappoint, and I was just at this place last week, and I feel like they were just putting out like this large 80s donation. But the coats are $5, and I loved the colors on this, the color blocking, the gold little accent, nice big puffer. This is a women's, really nice, really pretty. And it's got like this contrasting tapestry look on the floral. This one, oh my gosh, I'm in love with this. This is like a rusty red with a lamb fur collar, true vintage deerskin trading post. It's a vintage 14, probably a modern medium, most likely from the 70s, heavy suede. It is just gorgeous. Again, I'm probably going to have to model it. It's a trench. It does have its belt, and it's in beautiful condition. A lot of times when I find suede at the thrift, it's been spilled on. There's like markings on it, which is fine. I'll still sell it, but I'm not the best at cleaning suede. So again, this is gorgeous. It's like knee length, beautiful coat that I'm going to sell. The first jacket I'll probably list for like $60 or $70. And then that one I just showed you, I don't know. I know it sold previously for $60 on Etsy, but I feel like I can sell it for more. However, it's near the end of winter season, I hope. So I may have to hang on to it until next year, but that's okay. This next one is total Yellowstone vibes. This is, I'm going to say 70s, maybe 80s, early 80s. JCPenney, like a chore coat with the Shirlene Sherpa lining, the nice suede exterior, snap closure. Here is the tag. It's a men's 42. Again, I always do measurements because vintage clothing tends to run small. But just a really nice piece. Again, this is in really good shape. Like, I'm really surprised at the condition of the coats. So, yeah. What do we have next? Alright, so that was it for coats. I was selective, and I did pass on, there was like a Wilson's Adventure Bound. I've sold one of those for like $180, but it didn't have the map liner like the one that I had. And there's some other ones very similar to that first coat I showed you, but you know, it's the end of the season, and I just really don't want to have tons of coats to hold on to till next winter. So yes, I believe this is the only blanket I got. I love selling baby blankets. This is a super cute, would be great for a little boy. It's like this fake patchwork gingham plaid blue with this bear doing jump rope. Looks like catching bugs with a net, on a bike, doing croquet, swinging, badminton, kite, just like all the sports. It's very fun. This was $2, and I will probably list it for $50. 40 to 50. I'll list it. Oh, and there's little balloons on it. I'll list it for 50, but I am open to offers once an item has sat for a few weeks. Okay. I have a larger, harder hard goods item. I'll show you guys in a second. But here's a cute little Puffalump style little chick. This is from actual Hallmark, 94. And this, I got it because it was 50 cents. I do really well selling these on Etsy. I was surprised to find that comps were so low, like $12 and $15. I may just list him on Etsy, and I think because this time of year, Easter's in about 6 weeks, I think he will sell. I will shoot for $30. I love selling at vintage hats as long as the foam is intact. I finally put a stop to cleaning degraded foam because it's so messy and it's really hard to get it completely clean. But here we have a really cool Auto Whiz hat. Looks like it says Auto Wise, but it's with a Z. Foam trucker hat. It's got like the orange flocked graphic on it. This is by Capital, made in the Philippines. A little snapback. Now, I do want to note that when they were trying to like have the nice curve, it looks more like a bend, not a curve, but it's not snapped or whatever, like the cardboard inside, it's still intact. So it may need some reshaping. Okay, now I did debate on this for a second because there is some damage to it, but it was only $4. And I think this thing has some age to it. So here we have a really cute little basket with, it's like textured. It's got flowers, it's got some yarn, leather handles, gorgeous. It's got a true kiss lock, or I'm sorry, turn lock, where it turns. Again, leather, really nicely made straw wrapped basket. Now, again, I paid $4 for it. As you can see here, the rope has came out of this leather on the side. You can see that the leather shows signs of wear. Something I didn't see earlier was that the hardware that's holding the base of this latch is actually like not even truly connected to one of them, which that is unfortunate, but it's still a beautiful piece that somebody could use for storage. Lots of detail. The flowers do have a hint of purple as it is picking up on camera, but I just could not leave this behind for $4. It is just so well made. There is a little bit of damage as well. You can see some straw has come unraveled, but I really hope I can find this a new home to somebody that will love it. Okay. Moving on to some other clothing. I'm trying to think. I don't think I got anything modern at this trip. So here we have, again, I love the color. It's like a rust orange brown color of men's robe by Diplomat, After Hours. It's one size fits all, and it's mainly acetate, which is kind of an interesting feel. It feels a little bit like acrylic, like an acrylic felt. It's hard to explain, but again, it's just a mid-length. It does have its original belt. I do really well selling men's robes. Technically that is unisex, but it's in really nice condition. A lot of times I find them and they're very matted and there's damage and a lot of signs of wear, but that one's in nice condition. So I think I paid $3 for that robe. I typically sell my robes between $40 and $60. I found quite a few abstract geometric sweaters. I believe it was from the same person, as they seem to be in the same row, and these men's sweaters were in with women's, so I found that interesting. I love the colors. It's like a gray speckle, but as you can see, it's like a burgundy maroon and black funky geometric, I don't even know. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Crew neck sweater. I do well with these. They're like dad sweaters. By Campus, it's a medium, it's acrylic. It's fine. It's like easy to care for. You know, you don't have to worry about shrinking it, unlike wool. So, okay, this one at first, due to the colors, I thought it was North Carolina Hornets, or no, South Carolina Hornets. Sorry, but it's not. I love the colors and the color blocking. It's actually for Cherokee Sport. You know the brand Cherokee back in the 90s. It was sold by like Walmart or Kmart, one of those places. But again, it's a large 90s, just a nice color block crew neck. So I went ahead and picked that up because it is in nice condition, like no pilling or wash wear. This one was fun. I love finding, again, color block, funky sweaters. This is black and white, so not too colorful, but it does have the ribbed texture. And yeah, just fun, funky, artsy, all the things. Again, that's men's as well. I typically sell men's vintage quicker than women's, specifically their sweaters. I believe that it like crosses over. It's unisex. I see a lot of women wearing the men's sweaters. Okay, now this one I bought without checking comps, and I'm not going to list it under this brand. This is an 100% wool, like jumper crew neck sweater. Now, when you find wool out at the thrift, I always stretch it. If you hear a crunch, that means it's shrunk. And unless you feel like you can unshrink it, I would not advise buying it because the fibers are really tight and it's not true to size. So anyways, this is very, very plain. It has a little bit of speckle. So it's a cream color, but as you can see, it has a little bit of speckle to it. And it is a men's large. Now I'm going to list this as like basic, simple, minimalist, neutral, all those things, to sell it and not necessarily the brand, because if you look up the brand, which is Saugatuck, it's an interesting tag. The comps are horrible, like $15 to $25, but with vintage, you just really need to know how to sell it and the style that it can be worn as. So, I love a good Fair Isle. I had to get this sweater. It is a men's. This is Puritan from the 80s. It used to be sold at Walmart. I didn't know if it used to be sold at a department store before it went to Walmart, because I think it was at Walmart in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken. But I believe this is 90s, maybe 80s. It's a men's large. This is acrylic. It's got the partial button down. I think this would be considered a Henley sweater. And it just got the really cool, like almost snowflake Nordic Fair Isle design. Again, with these acrylic sweaters, I look for snags, holes, like where the knit has separated, and it will continue to, like as you can see. Now I did look at this one, and I did not see any, but in the thrift you don't necessarily catch everything, right? So as you can see here on the back arm, there is a loose, not loose, but like it's like snagged a little bit. I have a tool that pushes that thread back through so it will not catch again. And you know what, actually it's on the seam. I think it's like manufactured that way. It's not a flaw from being worn, because if I were to guess, like this does not even look like it's been washed based off of the tag, and it just feels like, you know what I mean, it doesn't feel like it's been worn or laundered. Really nice piece. I would like most likely sell that one for about $50. Man, this was I didn't get a whole lot today, but that's fine because I just filmed my bins haul, so I have quite a bit to list this week. But I found some really neat 70s, 80s turtlenecks, and they are 100% fine knit acrylic, size medium, right here. I love a good turtleneck. I love the color combo on this one as well. And it's interesting because it has a little drawstring here, but they use a safety pin to keep it together, but you're supposed to tie it like in a bow. So yeah, I don't know. Again, this was all in with the men's sweaters, so I don't know if this was intentionally supposed to be men's. It doesn't look like it, it looks more men's, but I'll model it and list it under women's. There was another one that was a little bit more basic. I believe it only had 2 colors that were more of a neutral tone, and I did leave those behind, but again, these look brand new, no signs of wash on them. And then I have it in this really cool blue and red stripe. Same exact thing with the little string down here. So I spent a total of $49, and I hope to, my goal is to make at least 4 times my money. So that would be 200. That's, I'm telling you, like, as I go through, I typically pay very little, and I typically make about 10 times my money, but you know, that's the goal for my business model. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If any of these items catch your eye, I do put the links below to my store, but if you've seen this on YouTube, please, you can just buy direct. You don't need to go through eBay or whatever. I can just sell it to you directly. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.